What's good? What's good? We're back on Hip Hop Raised Me Podcast, Season 3, Episode 1. We're back. Sorry for the break, but we're back, you know. It's been a long week, but we came here to deliver a classic episode, a fire episode. We're going to go over not the last 10 years of hip hop, but a perfect 10 years of hip hop from 94 to 2004. So, man, I'm going to let everybody say their little piece before we start. Let them introduce themselves, let them know you back, starting with K Mills.
What's up, y'all? It's K Mills.
Let's be honest, K Mills.
Shut the fuck up. It's LB. All right, baby. All right.
No, you didn't say it right.
You didn't say it right.
It's Pharaoh Setti. MOD, don't forget the motherfucking baby. You see how it go low and then the octave go high? There it go. Long live Money Ant.
Long live Money Ant.
You already know the one and only J.U.
Juju.
Yep, like I told y'all, the main characters is here. The main characters, man. But I started at 1994 for a specific reason. From like due to my research of hip hop, that's the year where hip hop shift over to us really rapping. The streets really on the East Coast coming involved because the West Coast already had the streets since the 80s. NWA, Ice-T, then, you know, later on Death Row, and Ice Cube with the Lynch Mob, and later on West Side Connection. But when Nas dropped Illmatic and Biggie dropped Ready to Die,
Right.
that's when New York got that street feel. Before that, they wasn't rapping about that like that.
Nah.
They was more party rap. Put your hands, put your hands where I can see them. You know,
Throw your hands
up. You know, no shame on it. You know, it's all hip hop. Much love to Run DMC, LL, Slick Rick. You know, some of my favorite from that time. Big Daddy Kane, Rakim. You know, but the West Coast, you know, we had the streets first. But that's why I kind of started in 94 because it was so impactful, but no discredit for anything before that. So I want to, before we even start, talk about, you know, 91, 92, 93 Death Row era. A very important part of hip hop that I didn't want to leave out, but I had a custom time. I didn't want to keep it running. You had to kind of narrow it down.
That's
then,
a long topic.
Yeah, then Wu-Tang came in 93 too, so that's another thing we're not going to talk about in this stuff. Damn, was that an earthquake? Yeah, we still going. Fuck an earthquake. Yep, that's hip hop. That's how hip hop gets shakes the room up.
There we go.
Hip hop shakes the room up. But you know, these times from 94, 2004, we had a lot of dope artists. We seen a lot of careers start. We seen a lot of careers finish. Yeah. We saw the beginning of Nas, Biggie. We saw a good part of Pac's career. We saw the end of Pac's career. We saw Jay-Z's from beginning of the career to him retiring. We
saw a lot of great beats.
A lot of great beats, man. Yeah. A lot of great beats. A lot of great albums. It's a lot of great hip-hop. Me, I feel like that time explains hip-hop. Videos. Fashion, because that's when rappers had clothing lines. Like, that time, that's when streetwear was in. Like, video girls was popular. Like, it meant something to be in the video. Not like nowadays.
Now they just hoes.
Yeah. Only fan girls.
It's just
Instagram models.
Pretty hoes on
Scarlets.
Scarlet?
He said Scarlet.
Harlot.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, Harlot. Oh, what's them ancient time hoes?
Jazzy Bell.
Jezebel.
Jezebel. Get your country ass.
Man, that's crazy.
It's a biblical term. Okay, you gotta be
Outcast.
That is. That's a biblical term.
I say Jazzy Bell because Outkast had a song called Jazzy Bell.
Right.
Came out in '96 off the Southern Playlist. Not that was ATLiens album.
Yeah. Because they was country like back in on that side. They lingo. It goes from like old Southern slavery days, like so. Our harlot is Jezebel.
I understand that hootie hoo. Like that. That's, Master P had that in the 90s.
Yeah,
hootie hoo. Like
it was like slave calls. Yeah,
slang. That's crazy. That's slave calls. No niggas.
Hootie hoo. I thought that. Yeah, like, California, them hood calls.
Yeah, like he not supposed to be around. He over there yelling.
Man, but like we had a lot. Like from '94 to '98. That's Tupac, Biggie, Nas, Jay-Z, DMX. You can say Snoop. That whole Death Row era. Like, what was some of y'all best era from that 4-year gap? I know it might be kind of hard for my young homie over here. From 94 to 98.
So was you even born? You for sure? Yeah.
She wasn't born. I was gonna say like some of the top artists in that 4-year era. Everything had that run like.
Well, I would say, of course, Pac and Big. Yeah, them definitely was the top two. I'm trying to think of like each like West Coast, East Coast,
I was thinking
down
the same
south.
thing.
So I'll say down south. I'll say Outkast.
Yeah.
I'll give it to Outkast down south, and up north I'll say shit. When I'm thinking like Detroit.
Oh, you talking about?
Yeah, I'm talking about like I'll say Detroit. I'll give it to M.
M came right after like 99. He came
oh yeah, no, then never mind. Then shit.
Detroit, they
Detroit, they didn't have none.
We talking from 94, 98 real quick.
Yeah, 94, 98.
Also from 94 to 98.
Yeah,
so
the top artist was.
Then I'll give it to then I'll give it to 40.
Yeah, 40 was most definitely too short too in the back.
Yeah, too
like
short in 40. I'll go to
West Coast
2 inches
like
for that one.
Honorable mention Messy Mark.
Oh, definitely.
You know,
Orange
Messy
juice
Mark
in the blood for breakfast.
He's banned in the
When
Bay
I
right
read the
now.
paper, when it hit the block, about to see some paper.
Some snitch allegations.
Oh, scratch that.
Yeah.
Is that the same thing they said about?
Scratch.
That's why Mozzie-
Scratch
why
that
Mozzie
from
was
all
banned.
records. Do not call court. Thank you.
All right,
Proceed.
this is what happened. That's why she's about Mozzie. Mozzie got about the situation because he kind of gave Messy Mark a little life by doing a project with him. And was going to sign him to his label. So the niggas in the Bay was going to cut Mozzie off for doing that because the Bay don't play that snitch shit.
No, at all. Not at all.
They move mafia way. They don't. Nah.
Yeah,
you snitch,
not at
you're
all.
done. You cut your water off. So that's what happened with that one.
So they turned. I was gonna say they turned his TV off.
Cut your water off.
Cut your water off. Cut your water off.
Sheesh.
You gotta die. You gonna die. You don't got no water. You gonna die.
Dehydration.
Yep.
I just feel like from 94 to 98, you had your classic artists. You had your classic artists like Pac and Big, and then you got your West Coast and you got your East Coast. But New York, if you just really want to talk about hip hop and music, New York ran that time period.
Yeah.
Like when I was looking back and I was looking back, New York had the top videos, had the most creative videos, had the most like they came out with the urban wear with the streetwear. They came out with the lingo. They came out with we had our people on the West Coast, but when it came down to like 94, 98, you had
New York was more televised.
They was more televised. They had way more connections. If you really want to talk about like publication wise, we talking about Vibe magazine, XXL, The Source. Like they had it on lock. So we talking about Nas. We're talking about the Wu-Tang.
Yep.
We talking about MOB. Like we talking about the Locks. We talk about Bruce. We talk about Kim. We can't forget about Lil' Kim. We talk about Foxy Brown. She had a you know what I'm saying? She peaked right at 94. That's when she for sure. That's when Jay introduced her, and that's when we knew that Inga was the arch nemesis of Kim. That's when that started. And we just had and then boom, we go into 95 where everybody was just still being established, like the artists that I named. But then you got like 96 where you got the South that came in heavy hitters. Like, oh my gosh, Outkast came in 96 with a vengeance. Like we wasn't ready. We had best of both worlds talking about Outkast because we had the D-boy, the hood nigga, but then we really had like the low key, like emo, the intelligent one.
I can't say emo because he was real like Afrocentric.
Yeah.
Like,
he was woke. He was woke, but he was really like when I say emo, I mean like emotionally aware. He was real emotionally aware, especially for that time. Yeah, he was a black hippie. Like we knew niggas in the hood like that, but for us to see it, like okay, so now we got it, and he really was a blueprint for. That's why he need his flowers and his respect because he was the blueprint for all of the artists that's out right now. It wouldn't be any of them. Emotionally wise, it wouldn't be any of them.
Another thing about 94 and 98, I like that time frame because you like you said you get the best of all three. Because you get like the tail end of Death Row. The East Coast expands like you get like you said Biggie died, but we still got Jay-Z, DMX, and Ja Rule out there. Then you got the South. Because we got Outkast at the same time. We got Master P in 98. Cash Money was coming
everybody was just it was just like everybody was bringing up. Everybody was coming up. Like even though they didn't have videos out, these niggas was selling their mixtapes out their trunk. These niggas, Ludacris was 98. Ludacris was on the scene. Nobody knew, and he was about to make the world spin. Like Cash Money, like Hot Boys, they was on the street, but they didn't have the money yet to make the videos. But
that's all that was missing.
Yeah, not yet. But like you know, like 98.
Yeah,
98, 98. Like it had, like it just all the icons. All the little homies to them were the ones that blew up after that. Like 50 Cent was out. People, just because he wasn't recording music videos or nothing, he was on the street.
I'm glad you brought that up because 50 Cent was always around since like 97.
Mm-hmm.
He was at videos. He's in Cameron's first video, Horse and Carriage.
Yeah.
He's in the background coming out the pool or something. He's in Nas and P Diddy Hit Me Now video.
Yep.
Him and Tony A was there. Like he was on tour with Nas on Nasty Nana's tour. He was on tour. He was on the Rough Rider Cash Money tour.
Mm-hmm.
Opening up, he said he was there before. Like when they still setting up the stands, he was performing.
Yep.
I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Like 50 been
Hip hop
around.
history. Like
That's 50 before you got shot up.
Yep.
Damn, no.
Iconic.
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 For all y'all niggas, man.
Yeah.
All y'all niggas.
Yeah.
Man, but 94, 98 is a critical time because, like you said, we got all best, the East Coast, the West Coast, and the South. And I feel like 98, especially, that's one of my favorite years of hip hop. That's the year DMX double platinum.
Which one? 98.
Yeah, Jay-Z Hard Knock Life, the soundtrack, Rush Hour soundtrack. We started getting the South like Cash. I started hearing about Cash Money in 98. Yeah. It was just a crazy year. Big Fat Joe, Big Pun, Nori with the Super Thug with Pharrell. Like that's when we was hearing like Who's the Neptunes? Like they were making crazy ass beats. Like even East Coast started changing. Like it wasn't boom bap no more. Yeah. 98 was when they were coming out the boom bap. They're going into making music.
The little homies was not the little homies no more. They was big dogs now. 98 came around, they was big dogs.
Yeah. That time like and the same thing with like 94, I feel like that was a new start of hip hop. Because you gotta think who was out before 94 that lasted after all these new artists came in that 94, 98 wave. Yeah. Because that was like the new leaders at that time.
OG at that time.
Yeah, like,
after if you was out after 94, you was an OG. Like I said, like if you came out, I'll give it a little bit of room. 96, 97, if you was the little homies that was watching them, like 50 in them, you was on your way to being a big dog if you came out after that time.
Yeah, that was like the 50s, the Fabulous, the TIs, the Jeezys. They was still in the streets at that time. Yep. Trapping. Like Jeezy was not even thinking about rapping in 96, 97. Yeah. I read his book. Then like we'll skip up to like 99 and 2000. I know K-Mill's playing nothing about 94, 98. That's how he's a faster. I respect that though.
Place I was never
I respect that. Cause it's
like a question, because sometimes when I be thinking about it, like sometimes when I think about it, because we can relate. So like, we can relate when it comes down to like our videos and stuff when we write and we reminiscing. But like when we talking about stuff, do you like ever go back and look at those videos, or do you go back and look at old vibes?
Stuff like even like with the movies that come out about these artists, like
lighter.
No, the mic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shit at.
There's no shit on it.
You can't talk into it.
He gave me a Bluetooth. So when y'all talk about this stuff, like when she said back that ass up, like even with that, like I remember that video or like seeing that video because now the song is still popular even right now. Like we still know that shit.
Part to speak on that because
even with stuff like that still trickles down to our generation and it's still popular. It's like obviously it had to be iconic if it's shit going past 20 years. Like so and then even with like the movies that come out about these people's story and all that kind of stuff, like I connect the dots. I'm like, oh okay, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like but the
rights to bored you to death, the car rides with music. I used to bore you to death, the car rides, the music with music.
Give me.
Hold on. Let the record show. If you ride with Grind Time, you're not going to hear nothing from 2020 up. You're not going to hear. You're not going to hear.
The only thing he played that was like
I say 2015.
Look, the only shit that he played that was recent was fucking KO music. That was it. That was it. Other than that,
we had a backyard barbecue. I'm hearing the Isley brothers like, hey, who play this?
It was one time.
Just because you got the oldies on the top.
This was around the time he first started even picking me up. And this nigga, he was playing it was like a playlist of like old, like room set of music, like sex music. I'm like, what the fuck this nigga trying to tell me? Marvin Gaye. He play R. Kelly.
And then when you tell him to turn it off, he's like he couldn't hear you. He be like,
no, for real. Trying to talk while the music's still going. Like, I don't want to say shit. Like, just stop. Nigga, I was like, this nigga trying to send messages. The fuck he trying to tell me? Like, R. Kelly in the background, I just want to marry the pussy.
I'm scared.
I'm like, hell nah, nigga. Let me out.
I'm scared. Y'all, you start playing Robert.
No, for real. But I still play R. Kelly too.
It's a time and a
Don't
place.
cancel me, but I still play R. Kelly.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? But it's a time and a place. If we at a shindig, okay, we can play some R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? But if we on a car ride home, don't play no Robert in this car.
Keep the windows up if you do. Don't let the windows down.
I need to be able to slip into the next car. What the hell going on?
Don't let the windows down at all.
If I'm like on Pandora or something, like on Spotify,
I'm gonna let it play.
I ain't heard that shit on.
Yeah, they cut this.
Yeah, I think that nigga station deleted. I think that his station.
They cut his water.
They cut his water, electricity. He ain't got no cable. They pulled his carpet up. They pulled his carpet up. They turned his refrigerator off. Nigga, what? He got to put a stitcher cord from the top of to the bottom for the neighbors because he don't have shit going on
at all. He got a generator.
That's an example of cancel. That's the definition of cancel.
Yeah, cancel culture.
Cancel. Like,
cancel culture.
Damn,
cancel culture.
Cancel them like
cancel culture.
You can sell this to R. Kelly, but that's on your own. We're not gonna help you.
Yeah.
They
gave him the Diddy treatment without being in the Diddy treatment. You can't even say nothing suspect with no more. They canceled No Homo, which reigned for decades and decades and decades.
To no Diddy. And it's fucked up.
To no Diddy. Pause. No Diddy. Whoa.
Hey, and that's crazy because it's crazy. Man.
Like it's so crazy. Yeah. We'll look at you crazy if you say no homo. We be like,
what? No Diddy, nigga.
Yeah.
Correct you like
that's crazy though.
No Diddy, bro.
It's crazy. We went from it's crazy. We talk about hip hop 97 and shit 98, 99.
He reigned.
That's Diddy's reign. Now we in 2025. It's no Diddy. But we go back hip hop. This was 94 to 98. That's Diddy.
Diddy was one of the ones that
he saying take that word.
What?
Sean John velour suits.
What?
That part.
So back in the day, they had stores for all the urban wear. Like Sean John, if you could afford Rockaware, Sean John, and Fat Farm, you had money. Now we're finding it on a clearance rack at Diddy's discount.
Man, now you're a bum.
You're a bum.
And you're weird for wearing it. Like, why are you wearing Diddy's clothing?
You're a Sean John, nigga?
Yeah, like, where did you even get that from?
You're under investigation.
I don't know. You gotta leave. My mama said you gotta leave type shit. Like, hey, you can't be up here, bro. You making the bitches uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You fucking up the vibe right now.
What happened?
Whoa. Hey, brother.
All right, let's get into the time frame of 99 to 2001. This is critical. This is when Eminem hit the scene.
Yeah.
So my first question is, what was everybody's first opinion when they first heard Eminem?
My mama wouldn't let me listen to it. Rest in peace, my mama. Rest in peace, mom. But I stayed banging Eminem. My mom thought that nigga was demonic. She thought that nigga was crazy. And the shit that he was talking about, like. I was listening around like the Marshall Mathers LP. Yeah. My brothers, so my brothers was actually putting me on that. So the actual songs I was on that, I was just a little baby boy. My mama used to tell me these crazy things, and then she just like, what the fuck with shady? Turn that shit off. You get in trouble over that shit.
You will, bro. Like, Eminem's one of you had like that. That's what Marshall LP like. You got that's the shit they got thrown out. Like, I had it like burnt to a cassette. Somebody put a CD. Got to record. My parents let you buy hip hop CDs, but they was letting you buy Eminem.
Yeah,
like mom,
hey bro, let me borrow this. Let me borrow this. But I feel like when Eminem came out, like in our era, like he came out with his bangers that we watched the videos to. Yeah. But like we wasn't really listening to lyrics. Now we listen to the album. We'll be fans of his album now, but like. You gotta think about it. Dre produced half of them songs on there, so they had some beats and they had some shit we can listen to. But like, we wasn't really on that. Like, oh shit, like put on that Eminem. Like, no. When we got older, when we realized what lyric was, it was like, oh okay. Yeah. But like, hi, my name is. We little kids. We little kids. We like, hi, my name is. Hi, my name is. We like, okay.
My name is.
But it's like, what was? I can't even tell you what he was really talking about. Yeah. Like for a black household, your mom was like, like, hey, bro, cut that shit off.
Yeah,
that's like playing Bone Thugs in a Christian household. Hey, cut that shit off. Cut it off.
We got church in the morning. What you doing?
You got too much going on, and you know better. Don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was the same thing, but M was cool, but he was one of them artists that just had to evolve with us as we got older. Because now it's people that was diehard Eminem fans that really understand.
Do you think he would still have the notoriety if he didn't fuck with Dre?
No.
I feel like
hell no.
Not be honest.
He would be another Limp Bizkit,
another
white dude trying to be
black.
I feel
but
like
he never tried to be black though.
I feel like
if you look at him,
to answer this question, I feel like Dre developed him to not develop him, but
ain't no black people talking about killing their mom
at all.
But I feel like him being produced by Dre,
he was a real Eminem. Was a real white boy.
Gave him that polish, like for that sounded good.
Yeah, musically.
Like, I don't think nobody can musically make that sound good, but Dre, and that's why he's Dre. Like he could have went anywhere. He really could have anywhere else. He probably would have been one hit wonder and done.
Yeah. And him and Dre made it to like, cause we all got that weird white boy that we cool with. Like you feel me? That we're and they made that relationship through music. When Eminem said, "All right, nigga, you want me to kill this person?" Dre like, "Nah, nigga, you feel me? I'm cool." But yeah. Like just how it is in real life. Like nigga, if you have that crazy ass white boy say some shit and you as a nigga, you be like, what the fuck? Like, hey bro, like chill, bro. Nigga, chill out. But you still cool with him because this nigga crazy as shit. Like,
you ain't gonna get that off. We're cool.
He fuck with you, but if you really think about it though, like M was still a white boy. Like you like. Now it's the N word if you not black is popular, but like Eminem, like you think about it, he never had allegations of fucking with a black woman or any of that. He never really like
that shit Benzino put out.
He did.
It was like some mixtape shit
and
before.
He did a song where he said "fuck black girls."
Yeah. Like he was a real white boy. Like he wasn't like no fucking B-rad. Yeah, like he's a white boy. That's what I'm trying to say. Like Eminem is cool. R-E-R.
Yeah, hard R.
Let's get to the Cash Money Millionaire. Let's go for the 99-2000. Let's talk about Cash Money for the 99-2000. I got a Cash Money story. I'm gonna start with that one. It was in '99. It was at Paris Hill Park. I was with my big cousins. And my cousin was spitting game with a girl. He was talking to her. She was like, "Oh, put my song on." I'm young. I don't know what he's talking about. She went on put on that juvenile, back that ass up. She's over there, backing that ass up.
Okay.
Mine was gone.
Nigga.
He ain't never seen nothing like that before.
It does that.
Man, I'll never forget that day. I'll never forget.
It was put on.
But who got the Cash Money when they first heard Cash with Juvenile? Back that ass up on Juvenile, Wayne, like, BG.
I just feel like I don't even think they know how big a part of history they a part of. Like, they changed the whole trajectory of everything. Like, everything. If you think about it, in their absence, shit was so crazy. Like, I'm talking about
Money as a whole.
The song. We're talking about the song. We're talking about the song.
Back to that song was the
when they came out. When they came out with that song, it was a time where BET, they was showing the videos, but they was showing videos that only had got buzz, right? Because BET was still a station. Yeah, they showed music videos, but they still had like dialogue. They still had TV shows. They had a talk show. They had, it was BET. It was BET. It was owned by a black person, so it wasn't really just entertainment for black people. So MTV showed the video first, and so one day me and my brother at home, and we see that we like, hey, this song is fucking what the hell? This not Master P and them. What's going on? And we just could not stop moving. So we go to school like it's a song like After You Back It Up. You know who Lil Wayne is? That's what we kept on telling everybody, like Lil Wayne, Juvenile. Because Lil Wayne was the only niggas that we can relate to because he was young at the time.
So we like 16.
So we like, hey, you don't know? Yeah, and he was. And we like, hey, like it's Lil Wayne, like you know what I'm saying? Like, we like Juvenile.
You back it up.
So next like within what? By that time, so MTV started showing it, and even the white people was like, white girls was like, hold up, because this is when it was like a splurge and like white girls being shown on TV that was going to college. Girls Gone Wild, Spring Break. So everybody it's this song, it's this reoccurring song in the background, and it's Back That Ass Up, and everybody's moving. Now you go over to the black people's side, everybody's out their seat, Nobody can stop moving. Everybody's singing the song. Everybody. It's a Negro spiritual.
That's all you gotta hear.
It's a Negro spiritual.
All the girls start prepping. You ready with some
Exactly. You got babies.
As it come on.
That's a Negro spiritual. You got babies moving. You got grannies moving with a baby on her hip. You got mamas bringing back. You got uncles.
Literally, you got uncles in the back.
Uncles not playing no games. And if Manny Fresh, when he's telling you like this shit just came out of his ass, he didn't even really was on it like that. They was making music.
And speaking for the niggas, anytime you hear that, dude,
your ass on that
you know some ass is finna be thrown.
Everywhere.
So that's why there's this meme where everybody was like, it was just like they was like, watch this, nigga. The song came on, niggas came out the woodwork, like, cause you know it's about to be somebody.
So that was just that, but then going to video wise, you start seeing a peek on what it was like to be in the South and be at an event, be around all black people, be around just people in the South and how shit went down. That was a picnic that they filmed that video out. That was a picnic. That wasn't everybody come down to the video shoot like they would have nowadays.
They shot the video like, hey, let's just shoot the video right now.
Real girls, real women, real cousins in the video, and that shit to this day still make me feel like, damn, I want to go.
Man,
almost 30 years later, I want to go.
That shit was like the Les Bang video. Because that Les Bang, that Cali is active video. The Cali
that was another like
video,
picnic vibe video.
Nigga, so it's like it just changed everything in the sense of like how rap videos was shot, how we pushed our music to people, how you gotta make a party record. You could be a hardcore whatever, nigga, and after that. You know, like I know. After that, it was a guaranteed party record on an album, on a rap album.
Every South rapper had a part on their album after that. Miss Cocaine
What?
Shake That Ass after that. Master P was on that Wobble Wobble. All that shit after that.
They had real killers on the track talk about Shake That Ass, and we didn't even give a fuck.
That was the wave after that, bro. They opened the way for that. Before that, nobody was talking about Shake That Ass. It was corny. It was so mixed a lot. We was talking about Shake That Ass. It was corny. Like. Juvenile made it cool to sort of make Shake That Ass on. Like hood, before that, you was corny if you made Shake That Ass on. That
and then honorable mention, Juvenile was a real hood nigga. Like he was Juvie was a hood nigga. Like if you hear stories about him, like you will still hear hood shit about this nigga right now. If you go to the booth, like this nigga, like I just feel like they don't understand. Like you can't put hip hop in a conversation. You can't put music videos in a conversation without back that ass up, because that changed everything. And remember, I was telling you when we was talking about like pussy popping on a handstand. That music video made people shooting a music video like, oh, we got to get girls shaking ass in here. They don't got to be in thongs, they don't got to be in shit, but we need these bitches shaking ass.
Shake ass and some sweats.
But it starts with that back that thing up.
Put them in a circle.
That thing moving, throw that ass in the circle.
Put that ass in a circle. It don't matter what the fuck going on. Like, and that's just the way it is. The rest is murder she wrote. Really.
All right, so before we wrap up that 99 to 2001 wave, gotta bring up Rockefeller and Rough Riders. Two of the most talented labels when it comes to like rap and spit and having bars from that era or even in history.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so remind me. Well, I know from Rough Riders, I know there's Eve
DMX,
and there's DMX.
The Locks.
Okay, the Locks was with the Rough Riders too. All right, bet.
Yeah, Drag On, yeah.
Okay, just up my knowledge a little bit, just making sure.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
That's crazy
because
stuff.
me, I was raised on Rockefeller. I was raised on Memphis Bleak, Freeway, Jay-Z. I was raised on that. I really wasn't.
Property.
Yeah,
That's
state
all.
property.
State property.
Later on,
State
Dipset
property.
was
Put
up
your
there,
hand.
Cameron.
Which hand you roll up with?
Man.
Which hand you
Classic
fucking
movie. Classic
roll up
movie
with?
right there. The original's the first State Property, not State Property 2. That's
Yeah,
like
state
a
property
hood
too.
comedy.
Yeah, state property. The first original state
That
property
shit
was
wow. I remember the first time watching that shit. That shit was wild. Like,
State
damn.
property was like the original 2B joint. Like
That was Tubi before
You
Tubi.
only had to. It was that one Killer Season, and it was
Paper
another
Soldiers.
one that you just only
Paper
saw.
Soldiers.
Like you go to school, your homeboy got it. He go watch it. He bring it back, and the next homeboy got it. And then you go, and that's the only way you saw movies like that. Like you never that State Property was never on BT.
Nah, you gotta catch that shit like on like.
Now it is.
Yeah,
Now it is. In heavy rotation, 10 times a day.
Yeah.
And it's on Tubi now.
Yeah.
Like originally. Like
yeah.
Like
it was produced onto.
Yeah, it looks like that. Now, when you look at it now, but back in the day, they probably
didn't know
I got a question for everybody. When you hear 2000s hip hop, what like artist comes to your mind when you're like, yeah, this is the word 2000s in hip hop? Like you can say one artist that just comes to your mind, like
just one
artist to say like.
I really like. I'm gonna say I'm not even gonna say I hate to say it, but Ja Rule.
Okay.
And then honorable mention Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Like 2000. I'm trying to tell y'all, you had to be there. New York was on.
You had to be.
You had to be there, like.
But the South too, because that's ludicrous. 2000 Nelly.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2000. But a name that will pop up when I hear 2000. I'm gonna be completely honest. I was 8. So I really don't. I know artists like around that time and songs around that time. 2002. I mean, I was born in 92.
I'm saying, but like we was 10.
Yeah,
we was 10. Like we was young too.
You 80? 97. No, I'm saying she was born in
1990.
Oh, I thought you was born in 76, nigga.
Damn.
I swear.
Yeah, because that one wasn't even a punchline. Go on with what you said.
I love you. I had to get her mad one time this episode.
All right.
So what was the question?
It was like who artists like the year 2000. Who you think of the artists coming?
Yeah, just as you said, I would say because we was just watching the Herb Gotti, but yeah, they was Ja Rule did make a big scene on that shit with J-Lo, Ashanti. So they did have a whole run in the 2000s for sure. They had that shit on lock.
Then you got Ludacris at the scene like that year 2000 with What's Your Fantasy, Roll Out,
and he was creative with his videos too.
Yeah.
He had crazy
Luda
videos.
went crazy that time. I remember like, when Luda
crazy.
first came out, I was like, it was something totally different. Like he was from Atlanta, but this nigga was rapping like a New York nigga. But was so like futuristic with it because nobody was rapping like that back then. Like it was like, but he was keeping up with the bars.
We was listening to music like that at that age.
It was crazy that they was making it. It was crazy that they was making it. Like if you, I mean, shit, that type of music go back to like Uncle Luke days. But like you had people that was aware of what the fuck was getting made. Like, What's Your Fantasy? I want to hit you in the Georgia Dome by the 50 key. You be like, wait. Shit. I want to hit you in the library on top of books. Oh. Like, nigga. Oh, shit.
Kids sing that shit too. That's the way I like the fuck.
Why were we 9 and 10 singing that song?
That is fuck.
We used to be, the videos would be playing, we'll be back there like.
That's what I mean by hip hop raising. That's what I mean by hip hop raising. Hip hop raising. 10 years old here singing Ludacris and Nelly. Nelly coming out Country Grammar.
Yeah, that was far.
This nigga, I listened to the edited version today when I was going to do my homework. This nigga's talking about slide on the hook. Talking about unloading the chopper.
Damn. Yeah. Hey, but that song was crazy.
On the hook,
that was one of the first melodic raps I heard.
Yeah, I'm going downtown,
baby. Why is he? How is he on that beat like that? Because that goes back to na na na. If you listen to that beat, it's impossible for somebody to slide on some shit. But Nelly had all his beats is like that, all of them.
Yeah,
that first melodic.
Niggas was sliding on them beats.
Nelly had that touch when he first came out. Like
he had something that nobody had.
Him and Luke, like it was something new. Yeah. Like and like people that gave you something new at that time, they dominated.
Yeah.
Like even fucking when Nori came out with Super Thug, like having that crazy ass Pharrell beat, he was like, what all over the hook. Like it was nothing.
Even in that video, the video was so chaotic. Like we didn't know what the hell was going on. Like I just feel like when you talk, you can talk about 2000s music. Nelly is gonna be right up there, right under Ja Rule, because Ja Rule he was rapping, but that's when he was really in his singing bag.
Ja Rule, Luda. Yeah,
Jay-Z though, Jay-Z.
Of course,
Jay-Z.
DMX.
Then once you hear that like 2000 and 2003. 50
had, when I was doing the recap for the music videos, I had to kind of like, okay, I'm gonna put so and so together because 2002 to 2003 was so like, okay, what the fuck is going on? And you can see the start of the people's career. I'm not gonna say no names, and we're gonna see the end of people's shit. Like, whoa! And like I said, that's another thing. You had to be there because it happened so fast. Like by the time we started school, we had one nigga on top. And then the next, when we was going to high school, the other nigga was on top. And he wasn't even making music. It was like, oh my God, did he get wiped off the face of the earth? Like, what happened? Like, that's like Jake and Kendrick. Yeah.
Drake was on top.
I know one artist we talking about. Chingy's one of them. Chingy's one of them.
Oh my God.
No.
Chingy.
Chingy too.
He was one of them.
We're talking about the most infamous.
Ja. He's talking about Ja.
Nigga, 2000. We're gonna start the end of 2001. Ja Rule, I'm talking about.
We started middle school singing Thug Lover.
After banger, you couldn't get the bitches to stop singing this man's song. 2002, that's 2002. That's 2002. All right, 2002. But then that one nigga came off that motherfucking ceiling in that motherfucking video.
Go.
Even her daddy knew. He's like, let me see if he gonna bang it all right.
What?
We have a
fucking problem. Look at how fucking problem.
I remember that year I'm watching, every year they have like the top
videos countdown.
Yeah, that nigga was number one that year. He was number one every year for like the first 3 years after that song came out, nigga. That same song, nigga. He was number one. He was number one on the countdown from 2022 to 2002 to 05.
And that one was still number one. He would
Facts.
He would release videos, and that one will still play. That would be in the montage of his video.
Facts.
But that just changed everything from video wise because it was like, oh shit, he had
Dre, he had M in that motherfucker.
What the ladies wanted. He had what the niggas wanted. He had what 50 Cent was that nigga. That's when I think that nigga knew that he had a problem because that's all he needed to do was come down from that ceiling. You had Dre in there in the back. You had M in the back.
Yeah,
and everybody was like, oh, this is affiliation. We good.
Yep. That was a...
From there. That was some crazy shit. And I kid you not, by the time we went to high school, I'm not even going to give it that much. We was in summer school. I didn't hear Ja Rule not nan anything. Like,
it was all 50.
Over with.
It was the Valentine's Day, the St. Valentine's Day Massacre came out. Then that's when G Unit came out. Yeah. Then once G Unit came out with they shit and they all oh my God.
It was a rap.
And then Game Hop, then once Game came a part of G Unit, but other members was not that hot to me.
All right.
Yeah, or Spider Loc.
Okay.
I didn't know you kind of was a member.
Well, shit, he was claiming G Unit shit. Right. Trash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Terrible.
All right, so I got a question that comes all these years, right? Who do you think had the biggest income coming in hip hop? 50 Cent his first year coming in, or DMX his first year coming in, or Kanye's first year?
Well, you can't really. You got to look at it from is you putting it all in 3 different categories and 3 different entities because. When DMX first came in, it was the late 90s. It wasn't no money in hip hop like that for real.
But 2 platinum albums and a movie?
It was, but it wasn't. You can't say that DMX debut run was going to have more money than Kanye's debut run because look at the time that Kanye came out. It was more money.
If you talk about money, then automatically off back is DMX because DMX was doing movies at that time.
Because you got to think his first year, he did 2 platinum albums and Belly.
Okay, so let's say that Kanye did in his year. He did two debut albums and he did movies. You think it would be the same amount of money? Hell no, because it's a different time. So I feel like you could put them in order, but it's
not even money wise. It's impactful wise.
I would say,
and they were all impactful for their time.
Now, when you first said the question, I thought who had the best
run debut, run like the debut run that first year run.
Now we talking about money or
not even money? Just impact wise, debut run that run debut.
Now was the College Dropout the same year where him and 50 was going?
Nah.
Okay.
That was in the same year.
Okay, I was about to
say. That was when you did graduation.
Because that's low key cheated.
Yeah,
dog walk.
Even though Kanye is just different, it's just different aspects because even though Kanye is Kanye and all the time,
I would say
College
50.
Dropout gonna be in the Hall of Fame. Like
because if you look at like
hip hop albums,
accolades, I'll probably say
that's
50.
the reason why Kanye still got fans.
That's
like
50 went diamond. He went diamond with that first
50
album.
had the stamps on 50 first video. Is Eminem and Dre in that motherfucker. Two of the most iconic niggas in hip hop. He had the feel me. He had the backup. So I would say 50 had the best.
Just like M affiliation, it's always gonna be Dre in the West Coast, and people got love for him. It's just like nobody. I don't really know anybody that's like hating on 50 for real. Like
I know a couple.
I do, but it's like he.
But yeah, it's over. But 50 shouldn't be hated on. That nigga's he's an iconic person for sure. But niggas do hate 50 though, off of the shit that he do.
Man, they always gonna hate 50, man, because 50
is real nigga shit.
That's that part. Mm-hmm. The way he handles issues in a real nigga way, and like we in a bitch nigga real, so when shit gets handled in a real nigga way, it's a problem. It's a problem. Like that's something. 50's not a bad guy. It's just
that nigga said, "Little nigga, what next season?"
Like, come on, bro. You can't. Like, I'm gonna bring that up. I know it's a little off topic. I'm gonna bring that up. Like, how to handle that me situation? What am I supposed to do, bro?
Yeah, that's real.
I just took care of your son, nigga, while you was locked up. You gonna go take a picture of my op because he put some money in your pocket?
That's not even street code shit, nigga.
Like, what? Come on, like.
And then on top of that, nigga, I've been putting money in your pocket from jail.
That part, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Whoa,
nigga.
Like, whoa, you're supposed to be big meat. Like, we heard stories about you before we even knew what the streets was. What the fuck
so how do you feel
on?
about him responding to Lil Meech like that? When Lil Meech hit him up, was like, shit, I didn't know about the situation, or
I don't give a fuck. You on that side, you on the side. That's your daddy.
I'd say he responded. No, I would say because like nigga, if you cross your daddy like that, like
why would I want you around me?
Yeah, like why would I want
like
you
Gang?
around
I think
like,
Gang said it best.
Yeah, like if you gonna cross, you gonna hit me saying fuck your
that's
dad.
Your dad.
Nigga, that's your dad. Like, nigga, you Lil me.
Like, that's your dad. Like,
to me.
First of all,
we
nigga,
go.
cool that.
You
should have went to war right there.
Right there.
Like, nigga, oh God. I'm on with my dad on, nigga.
Fuck you, nigga.
He just keep mad at his dad.
He's a bitch.
Dad, he really loves us.
Come on, Dad. He really helped us out, really. Come on,
Pops. He was putting food in my mouth.
Like both of
them. Come on, let's apologize, Dad.
He was wrong in the situation for taking pictures with the ops. Lil Meech was wrong in the situation for not standing with his dad.
Did you think that Big Meech knew who 50 Ops was?
You had to know.
It's on the internet.
He had
to. This is public information.
He got internet.
This is public information.
It's public information.
He gave all the things
yeah.
Like when niggas was talking, when they was on the yard, like, yeah, you doing.
It ain't like this nigga in prison. This nigga's in the
feds. You got all the access. You got
all the access.
Nigga got PlayStation 4 in the county. So he in the feds.
He in the feds. He knew before we knew. Before we knew, he in the feds.
Know what we do about that shit. So of course this nigga in the feds.
They know about it. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna get to some albums real quick. Let's go over a few classic albums we had in that time frame. Anybody has anything to say, you can cut me off. I'll kind of break down a little history on all of them. Yeah, we having a good time. She said, "Right."
Young ass.
All right. So the first one is Nas Illmatic in '94. That's one of the things that changed hip hop. Nas was the first one to kind of really detail the life of crack slangers in New York. Mm-hmm. Like before rap hip, like I said earlier, hip hop wasn't on it. It was more like let's party, let's celebrate. Nas really wanted to show like, nah, the drug dealers got the money. Yeah. On Illmatic. That's what that message was on that one. Then you had Biggie Ready to Die. It was kind of like a piggyback off of that, but it was sprinkled with a little more shininess because he was working with Diddy. Mm-hmm. Then you had Pac Me Against the Real that came out in '95. That album is real monumental. It's my favorite Pac album personally, but Pac recorded majority of the album before he went to jail, and it got mixed down while he was in jail. So he's over the phone telling the engineer how he wanted his album mixed while he's in jail. Pac on Me Against the Real, because the album was not mixed. He just recorded everything because Pac used to work he worked hard. He worked fast, so he recorded everything before going to jail. So he had to pick all the songs out and get everything mixed while in jail. Yeah. So he's on the phone with engineers picking songs out and getting everything mixed while in jail through that album. Because it was released while he was locked up. Then go to the next. What was the next one on the list? Then it was '96, Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt. That was Jay-Z's debut album. And that's real. We just watched Gotti talk about this before we were shooting today. And it's real it makes sense too. Mm-hmm. That album's so detailed, the streets, because Jay was still in the streets, trapping at the time. Like everybody was telling the story.
The studio right after talking about what he
just did. Like, nigga, I'm coming back from moving this weight. I'm writing this verse in my head the whole time on the way back from Maryland to New York. So it was real detailed, and they did it on their own. Rockefeller's independent, no Def Jam yet. Yep. At that time, they still went gold too. Then you had DMX in '98. It's Dark and Hell is Hot. And that was his classic, one of the biggest debut times in hip hop, where Def Jam demanded a second album that same year. I think he did like 250,000 in the first week. That's before 50 came. 50 came. Yeah. Because 50, I think he did like 900,000 in the first week, close to $1 million. Yeah. And then after that, you got in '99, you had Dre 2001. That was Dre's first like big comeback after Death Row. Yeah. He did M's first album already. They brought Exhibit to the table on the West Coast, because Exhibit wasn't even signed to him. Exhibit was actually signed to Loud. And they were trying to get Exhibit out of his deal, but they wanted too much money. So he just basically executive produced his album and had him on the Chronic 2001 and brought him up in Smoke Tour. And that's one of my favorite albums as a producer. A lot of my production sound comes from that album. To get that West Coast authenticity. Then Outkast Stank On Ya. Classic Sorry Miss Jackson. So Fresh and So Clean. Bombs Over Baghdad. And I feel like that's when Andre really stepped out of the box. Yeah. Like we knew like this nigga's on something else, but it's still dope.
It's like he still can be around.
That's
like you would think that he had white wigs, like,
shoulder pads,
like, and he came out like that, and the crowd was yelling as loud for him as they was Big Boy. Like they was really on that. Like it was, I don't know, like Outkast when they was separate but they was still together was just like, okay, now we got best of both worlds and we really on that.
I tell people like this, Outkast is bigger than hip hop. Yeah. They deserve to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yeah. As a duo or a group. You look at something like songs on Stank On Ya, even like Love Below. Mm-hmm. 100,000 solo part on the double. He's spitting on certain songs, he's singing, he's playing instruments, it's just music.
Love Below is so slept on. Like if you listen to that right now, if we put that on right now, everybody will be like, damn.
Man, Valentine's Day is just fast too.
Like, damn. Like, what did you do? Like he was so ahead of his time that whatever you play right now, you gonna get in your car, you gonna play it. You gonna play the Love No Stories. You gonna play. Oh look, you gonna tell your sons like, hey, like listen to this. Like it's some real shit. Like
that's crazy.
Love Below was cool.
I'm gonna say this real quick, then I'm gonna get back to what I was done. But I've been doing this with my sons. Like every week when I take them home, we put one classic hip hop album on. So far we did like Nas, Illmatic, we did Biggie Ready to Die, we did 50 Years That I Try. So today, right, I have a 12-year-old and 5-year-old, right? So I asked them what we're going to listen to. I listened to a 12-year-old and 5-year-old argue about we're going to listen to Biggie or Wu-Tang today. That's cool. And the 5-year-old going crazy about Wu-Tang. This nigga's yelling. Wu-Tang, the whole car ride. Yeah. We listened to Biggie first, listened to Wu-Tang on the way back, but it was just crazy to me. Like,
yeah. Personalities, like you could tell who was more like touch money, get money, and you could tell who was more sensual and more emotionally aware. Because Wu-Tang, it took me, I'm not gonna lie, I love the Wu-Tang. I love the Wu, but I didn't know what the fuck they was talking about until I was grown.
It took, be
I
honest.
didn't even fuck what they was talking about today was grown. And then I start realizing, I start learning their story, like they on some samurai shit.
They was with the Shaolin.
Shaolin.
I like,
you got to what you
up, I like karate movies.
Me too. Yeah, so like as a kid, that shit was dope because you had the kung fu sounds and the music and everything. So
they got the Shaolin swords and they,
like
it's a direct correlation with Japanese culture and Black culture. Like it's a direct
hip hop.
Like, oh my gosh, like it's so you can go so deep into the shit. So you can understand like us watching kung fu movies like Bruce Lee, like us being on it, like oh, and then like Wu-Tang come out, you like okay, I'm with it like they with it. When you get older, you like oh shit.
Man,
Bruce Leroy, nigga, they even made a black Bruce Lee.
All right, then we'll go to 2001. Jay-Z dropped the Blueprint album. That's classic, momentum in his career. That's had songs like H to the Izzo, Girls, 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 Song Cry, Takeover, where he after the Nas beef really took off when Jay-Z dropped Takeover. The Nas dropped IFA in response that same year. And we all know who won that battle.
Sorry, Jay.
Nobody talks about it. It's just really like, sorry, okay, Jay. Like we get it, like they not beefing no more, but why don't nobody talk about either like that? Because if we talk about beef,
because it's Jay.
It's
Jay.
It's Jay.
Z getting demolished. They don't want to talk about it.
But the real is the real. Like they cool now, so you can
know
talk
why,
about like,
Jay.
hey, bro, you sucked on like in that beef. You couldn't have after. You didn't have a chance.
It was bad because
Nas just went against the wrong one.
No, Jay-Z had an ace in the hole. Then I better look, but
business
wise.
Business-wise.
But what you gonna do? You gonna disrespect me like that, nigga? You just publicly. We already know you smashed my baby mom, but you just publicly said it on the record.
To me, it's what Drake thought he was gonna pull.
Yeah. I was just about to say that. Now
it didn't work.
Was on some Kendrick shit.
The internet making that work.
Yeah, the internet making that work. Now if they had internet back then,
okay, so I'm gonna ask that question. So do y'all think that if the caliber of that beef, do you think that Jay-Z would have made it as far if it was internet back then?
Nah.
They
would have cooked.
I think.
First of all, he would have went to jail.
That's what I said. I think it would have fought left back then, bro.
Lawyers, lawsuits, NDAs,
all kinds of shit going on at that time. I said if it was internet, it would have been a lot of different shit because like this me like reading like Prodigy's book and like Raekwon and Fat Joe's book in New York. Like it was a lot of shit going on. Like Prodigy wanted to kill Jay-Z over that shit.
Yeah.
That nigga even like I don't know who we got the thing from and everything. Like when they was out the search was
like,
in
LA.
LA.
You gotta understand like New York niggas is mobsters, so it's like
that part.
You got it's like we know the music. You know, even watching Drink Champs with Eric, like it was a lot of mobster shit going on. So it's like, niggas, so niggas was, you know, I feel like it wouldn't have got that far because niggas would have if the internet got involved and niggas started saying extra out shit, if people was pumping up extra
that
shit,
part,
somebody would have got laid down.
Because you got to think, Nas has a brother.
For real.
Nas has a brother named Jungle that's known for wild shit. Nigga almost killed Pac.
Named Jungle.
Yeah.
Because remember Pac dissed Nas on Against All Odds. I was supposed to get taken out. Because before Pac got killed, they met in New York.
Yeah.
And the Queens niggas came. Jungle, they approached Pac about it. Pac was like, nah, I thought you had beef, and they squashed it. But Jungle even said it. Niggas wasn't squashed, it was dying.
Yeah.
That where they got the nine.
Yep. Then Jungle almost killed up Steve Stout on accident.
Yeah, that's what they get that reputation, like gully, hood, niggas. Like these is everything.
Grimy, nigga. They got the grimy.
The law out there with street niggas is just some wild shit. Like Cali's wild, but we just got politics.
We're government because of Crip and blood politics, so we're governed by that.
I'm bring you down with machetes.
Yeah. Because you gotta think about it, bro.
Street type shit to send a message. Like I didn't even. What the fuck?
Because out there, if you got a problem, you're not worried about, he's from over there. Ain't no politics to that. It is settled, but it's no politics. People want to come. You want to come from, that's on you. But you're not held accountable for that.
Yeah.
He is. He did that.
Yeah.
It's different out there. You cross them, that's on you. So they have that, like you said, it's mobster ties out there.
They politics is a lot different.
Yeah. Speaking of New York, was getting 2003 50 Gear to Die Trying. That's when I'm that shook up hip hop, especially New York. Changed the whole segment of New York, whole culture in New York. Like the whole who was on top changed after that album. It went from Jay-Z, DMX, and Ja to
that nigga
50.
Yeah.
And nigga, don't try me.
Yeah.
That's what
I feel like we start witnessing what type of nigga, like what types of New York niggas it was. Because clearly you can see 50 Cent was a hood, gangster, street smart nigga. Like you can't really, it's always chestnut checkers. But then you see Jay-Z and it's kind of make you ask questions like, so really what was you on? Like we know you was in the game, but like what type of nigga was you from New York? And then we started looking at all the other niggas like, oh, Nas was outside too.
Yeah,
it was like, or Prodigy.
Jay was the nigga that was just getting
money.
Yeah. You was the nigga that was getting money, but I feel like 50
Jay didn't hang in the project that nigga. I'm getting money.
The nigga that was out there gunning shit.
50,
When
50 came, it made us look at New York niggas and start putting them in different types of niggas.
Yeah.
Because when Cam and them dropped, we didn't have a finger on it. When Dipset dropped, we didn't have a finger on it. But then when they start coming out, we like, oh shit! Like now we know what type of
even at the awards, because nigga, the aura that 50 gave when that nigga was performing, then I think Irv Gotti was in the front. So that nigga walked in front, so shaking everybody's hand. He was like, because before then he was like, we on 50 head.
We gonna slap that nigga or something like
that. So he was like, I'm trying to see who in this motherfucker. So this nigga laughing in the whole shit, but 50's aura on that shit, like, that was real New York shit, like, nigga. That was real New York type vibes type aura. Like as much as
it's crazy. We go to 2004. We ended with Kanye's College Dropout. That's probably the most impactful album that year, and that changed hip hop too. I feel like College Dropout, like Kanye, how he came in to open the door for artists like J. Cole, Kendrick, the Drakes, where you could be different. Because before that, like we just said, you had to be hood, like 50. You had to be hood. Jay, you had to sell crack.
Different. It was okay that you had a single mom that had 2 jobs and you liked going to art class. Yeah. It was okay.
Yeah, like, all right. It was okay not to be from somewhere and not have a body or anywhere. It was okay.
We know that you have shootouts in your neighborhood, and it was okay that you walked the other way. It was okay that you never got put on.
It's crazy. You know it's crazy. It's like history repeats itself, and it shows that in this list though. Because you go from '94, we started with Nas-O-Matic. You got all this hood shit in between. You end up with Kanye's College Dropout.
Yep.
It's kind of how history repeats itself right there. How iconic that is. But we're gonna go off to the next segment, lead by Juju. Get into these videos.
I'm gonna say this. Right. I thought you was passing me the gun off there and say I don't.
That's really how they been passing it, holding it. Yeah. He grabbed it like this.
I'm gonna say I don't smoke stress.
Say stress. Don't play us like that.
I had to get your ass back. You didn't smoke street gold. Okay.
Crazy as fuck.
Crazy. Hold on. You trying to be like Wallow now. Trying to be like Wallow. Trying to be like Wallow.
Okay, so like I said, this.
We got a real chitty girl there. We said we doing 10 years of hip hop. She about the 10 years of Disney with her.
How about I don't say no music videos at all? All right. All right.
You got me.
Like I said, it's a disclaimer because like it shit started getting iffy. The list was getting too long. It was a lot going on. It's because it's in that time span. There's some good videos, but another disclaimer like 94. I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Videos was trash.
Yeah, no, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I
didn't know
I was 4 years old.
I'm gonna tell you why though.
My mama didn't even play that shit. Having me sitting down in the music.
I'm gonna tell you why 94 videos was trash because the labels wasn't giving hip hop videos the budget. Like you hear the stories like Wu-Tang that shoot their own videos. Like Irv Gotti just said like them niggas gave me 20,000. I should shoot videos with 20,000. So they were stealing footage from Hype Williams was bringing them niggas footage from shit he was doing.
Yeah.
Meth and Mary, MTV shit. He'll bring that shit to Hype for Irv to shoot Ja Rule shit early in the day because they wasn't giving them niggas no money for the videos.
Right.
So that's why the videos like 94 like
they just was trash. It was low quality. Not even that. But like I said, I was 4 and 5 and my mama wasn't playing that shit. I wasn't watching music videos. Now, when I started growing up, let's get into 96 where I was sneaking. When she would leave, I would watch BET and MTV and VH1. And if you guys are surprised, VH1 used to show music videos.
It did. VH1
they used to show music videos. So I'm gonna start honorable mention though 94 when I did see a music video.
Loving hip hop.
The video that I saw was Tupac's "I Get Around," and that was my first time ever seeing Tupac Shakur at all, and my fucking mind was blown. Like all I saw was a young, vibrant black man. He had 2 thick ass, pretty ass herringbones on. He was happy. He was running around.
Oh, you said thick.
So they was thick. They was thick herringbones.
He did it every one time.
So was he like a crush for you or what?
Hell yeah, and he still is. But not for that. But it just was like it was something about Tupac. Like he just was like he was something different to see
the way he thinks.
Yeah. And I was like 4, so I was like, who the fuck is this? Like, you know. So but we gonna jump to 96. And I feel like with this song, and it's no order either, because the timeline's gonna be fucked up. I was still kind of young, but the first video from 96 that just has like totally and completely is gonna be California Love.
Yes.
At this time,
classic
was really starting to they was kind of having a theatrical attribute to their music videos. It wasn't just niggas in front of a
that part,
store or in the hood in New York, like it wasn't all that.
Mad Max.
No, that was
Mad Max.
They shot that shit in Vegas.
That was Mad Max.
They shot that shit in Vegas because everybody knows Tupac loved Vegas.
Go in the desert and all of them in that like the Raider type view.
Yeah.
That was Mad Max.
Y'all remember that scene when they did that in the Wild Wild West when they was in the desert on that little thing?
Yeah.
Like with that little robot thing?
Yeah. Because remember they had all that crazy shit as a kid, seeing all that crazy.
Yeah.
They looked like a robot or something. Yeah.
You was scared.
These niggas tripping. These niggas the end of the world.
That's that nigga Suge.
Right. The next one was Killing Me Softly.
Fugees.
Because they had shot it and it was like in the 1970s.
I remember that video too.
So 96 was a time for when music videos changed because they would preview another song in a video. So they did a revamp of "Staying Alive" by the Bee Gees. And so they had a storyline to it. So it was just like, oh shit. Like, and that's when I started noticing that.
Like, that was when the movies, the videos played the video, that they played a preview of the next song.
That was gonna be on the album. Yeah.
Dope ass time.
And then this is early 96. It could be 95, but then it was Ain't No Nigga. It was Ain't No Nigga by Foxy
96.
Brown.
Jay-Z.
Yeah, and Jay-Z, because that's when labels was really trying to push like song records.
Yep, I got a backstory for that video.
They was trying to push like couple type,
yeah.
or Biggie was coming out with Kim, and they was just trying to push that type of narrative. Like,
and that was the whole.
There was some other shit going on too, but
that was the whole reason for the Foxy Brown thing.
Yeah,
they bought Fox to Jay because Big already had Kim. Mm-hmm. They put an Ain't No Nigga, and Irv Gotti was actually behind that because they got the video so dope because they actually got money from Def Jam before Jay even signed because it was for the Nutty Professor soundtrack. Yeah. So Irv Gotti went to Kevin Liles and got the money to get the video, the song on the soundtrack. They got the money for the video, and a lot of people were like, "I don't give Irv Gotti his credit for Reasonable Doubt," but he basically was the A&R because Dave had a little knowledge, but he knew what the fuck he was doing. Yeah, he was a street nigga. And Biggs just had money, and Jay was Jay. Yeah. Irv was the nigga that was kind of like, "That's how we got to move. I'm gonna get you the money. Whoop. I'm gonna do this." And was with Jay every day, make sure he got to the studio and shit. Yeah. So like he had a big part in the Ain't No Nigga and bringing Foxy Brown to the table with everything. And she was only 16.
Hip hop fact.
And she wrote her own verse that time too. Like I know the song's a ghostwriter, but she actually wrote her verse.
Yeah.
Because she got mad when Jay-Z wrote that Barbie Ken line when he said, "I've been sinning since Barbie was playing with Kenan."
Yeah.
It was a shot at her because she was only 16. He was saying like I've been in the streets back when you was playing with Barbie still.
Yeah, but allegedly. So it was like shit. Nigga.
I wasn't there, and I don't care.
Right, scary. Scared. Say if you gonna be a hip hop artist, say all the real and hip history. Nothing watered down. Nothing. Say everything.
I don't get in people's bedrooms.
Oh, okay.
That's not hip hop.
All right, well
that's loving hip hop.
Let's cut it right now. Half of this shit is cut. Okay.
All right.
So the next thing, so it's like now, like I said, like Outkast really ruled the music videos from this timeline because not only was they making songs from their record, but they was making theatrical, like ATLiens was something that nobody ever seen before. They were Outkast for a reason. Like I remember seeing that video at first being confused, but then it was like, okay, like shit. Yeah. Like okay. Yeah.
That video is crazy.
So now we going into 97.
Coated in the polar bear's toenail. Oh well.
Infamous one. Crossroads.
Bone Thugs had me shook as a kid.
That's scary.
Do not show me that video before bed.
Goddamn. I'm still, if I watch that video off of Humbug, I'm still gonna cut it off.
The bald head nigga with the black eyes and
yeah. But it's an iconic video because everybody was scared. Nobody has a positive experience.
It was scary.
Like that was some different shit, and that's when we knew that Bone Thugs was a little different. I'm gonna cut it off. So now we going into 97, which was like more of an iconic like hip hop year.
That's Diddy time, Diddy.
That's Diddy time. So one of them is More Money, More Problems. It's like that one had came
Free
out
Puff.
After Westface had died, so that was a good one.
I got one thing to say before we continue on. Since we at 97, Free Puff, Free Suge. Real hip hop right there.
What the fuck did you say?
Free Puff, Free Suge. Free Diddy, Free Suge. It's hip hop. Come on, we're gonna talk 94 to 2004. We ain't gonna say Free Puff or Free Suge.
Nigga, we're not gonna say Free Puffy at all. What's wrong with you?
Hey, Free Puffy, Free Suge.
Nigga, you wanna get it?
Hell no. Keep going.
Why would you say some?
Why would you say
like
Free
that?
Puffy? Because what the fuck that nigga?
And Suge, I don't know what the fuck that nigga gonna do to hip hop when he get out.
That's how get too. If he get out, you acting like Puffy is an EP for this fucking podcast. That nigga can't do shit for us.
Free Puffy, Free Suge. Continue on.
No.
Free Tory.
Fuck that.
Is it free Tory?
Exactly. I'd rather Tory Lanez get out over a toe than this nigga over 55 dicks or something.
You just said
whoa.
He just say, didn't the CEO just say, I don't get in people's bedrooms, but then he gonna say Free Puff.
So I ain't in his bedroom. So continue
yes,
on.
You is.
Continue on.
He wanna be.
Get the fuck out of here with that
why
shit.
Why would you support that nigga?
Cut.
Like, what the
Cut.
fuck?
Continue on now. Y'all go too far.
You went far when you said Free.
Y'all go way too far. Don't hit me with no gay shit. Y'all got me fucked up. Now continue on. We go back to sugar.
I don't ever say no stupid shit like that.
Yeah, y'all got me fucked up.
Free push shit out. Hell no, I'm not about to sit on the couch.
He's talking about the music shit.
That part.
No, I don't care.
The music's still out here. Why he gotta be out of jail for the music?
He don't need to be out of jail.
That nigga could be getting his collect calls and he could get advice over the phone. He better download Zoom.
Keep
All
that
right,
video
come on,
calls
next
going.
time.
Yeah, continue on.
Y'all wanna get me started so fucking bad. Like.
Go.
Shit, nigga. Fuck. Nigga, what the fuck? Right. For the wrong reasons, nigga. Anyways, the next one is Hypnotized. Because that one was more theatrical too. Because they had like
that video hard as fuck.
James Bond situation, had to match in Versace fucking.
I ain't even gonna say nothing, but
yeah, you see these niggas like in a different light. Like you just saw them in a different light.
That's why I said free Puff for. You use a Hypnotized video. That's Puff. Come on. That's what I'm saying it for. I don't give a fuck what the other shit.
If that's the case, free R. Kelly then.
Free R. Kelly. Shit, free him all.
Free Epstein because he produced all the shit from Hollywood.
Fuck him.
He
white.
No. We not exempt from nobody. We not exempt from music shit. Let's keep it all going.
Well, let's go.
What's another?
Shit, we got Rosa Parks from Outkast again. Mm-hmm. They just I wonder if Heaven Got a Ghetto. That's kind of like going into 98 and 97.
That video was dope. I remember that video.
And Can't Nobody Hold Me Down. That was the one by Puff. And he had did the Godzilla little situation. He was falling off the building.
Hold me down.
No, I'm sorry.
That's Victory. You talking about Victory with Busta Rhymes? Yeah, that's Victory.
When he was falling off the building, that's You Can Hate Me Now.
Yeah.
When he was falling off the building.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, You Can Hate Me Now.
Yeah, I don't fuck with that nigga, so I don't know if I'm coming or going, so I don't know. But
oh no, did he?
So now we going into 98, the golden year of hip hop. We got fucking Rough Riders came out with the Rough Rider anthem. That video alone, it wasn't really like if you look at it now, you'll be like, okay, these niggas not really doing shit. All they is on motorcycles. But
nobody had them.
Nobody was doing that shit. I ain't never seen no shit like that. Niggas was on motorcycles, niggas was on quads. They all outside.
Lifting weights in the yard.
Like, what the fuck going on? Like niggas was on motorcycles. We thought y'all was like shoot 'em up, bang bang. Like we don't know what the fuck was going on. They had jackets and vests and shit. Like it was cracking. Yeah, like it was cracking. Everybody wanted to be a Rough Rider. Like that shit was cracking. And then we got Do Wop Thing by Lauryn Hill. And then this is when Busta Rhymes really started making like videos. Like no Busta Rhymes video is the same. It's always creative. Mm-hmm. He always said that he was in production for at least 2 days. Makeup, characters, like how it all got filmed, it was just a different type of situation. Like Gimme Smoke came out, and then he did a record with Janet Jackson.
That's the most expensive video in hip hop.
Yeah, that was
most expensive video in hip hop.
Yeah, like and then for that time it was real creative because, like I said, nobody had seen anything like that. Like it just was like okay, like it was out of this world. Like Missy was doing her her videos like that too. But then Busta Rhymes, he just always put like a different.
That eyes can see.
Yeah, like he just always put like a
that Come to America thing.
Yeah, like it just was a different. Yeah,
the Night Rider thing video. He had all kinds of crazy shit.
And then you got Changes by Tupac. That one was really big because he had just got killed, and so that's when he was releasing music videos. Everyone was like, "What the fuck going on?" That's where the rumors started. Like he's still alive because he was still releasing shit. But and then we got Don't Want to Be a Player. That's when we started seeing. Yeah, we started seeing more like rappers doing duos with R&B singers, men and female, because that was
Joe.
Yeah, that was selling. And so you have to kind of like bring it in by having, remember what I said, like one of those records. And then you had like funny videos like I'll Be That by Redman. Like,
man, that's one of my favorite videos right there. As a kid, I used to love that video.
Because it was so goofy and funny. Like, okay, like we could watch it. That video was like, okay, it wasn't too much going on.
I watched that recently too. It's still funny. Good. Like it's still good. Like
99, 2000s, they kind of like the similar feel, but then we started seeing more like Dirty South coming in. We started seeing BG, like we started seeing Bling Bling. We started seeing like a lot of the Hot Boys, Masterpiece,
Video Girls.
And like I said, I'm always going to bring this up. This is when 99 came out, like Back That Ass came out. That video changed everything because now we're seeing bitches in the video, and now we're saying that this is what we want. We don't care if you got on sweats or if you got a shake that ass. Shake that ass. And so every video from men, it just started escalating. Another one was a Director X. He directed Vibrant Things.
Yeah, Little X.
And then we got an iconic one too. It was an R&B duo with a rapper. It was What These Bitches Want.
DMX and Cisco, classic. That's my favorite DMX song, low key.
That's like I said. We start coming into women, video girls. Put video girls in your video. It don't matter where they come from. Put these girls in your video. If they skinny, put them in. If they thick, put them in. If they whatever you like or whatever you can look at, put them in your video. Yeah, like
whatever the case.
We gonna make them up. We got hair and makeup in the trailer. Put them in this video because we need it. Because that's what everybody wants to see. We want to see a storyline and we want to see women in the video. And then now we started talking, like I said, Gravel Pit.
Wu-Tang, I remember that one.
Gravel Pit
that was
because they had dinosaurs. It was just different. Yeah, it was Wu-Tang, so it was gonna be different. And then you got the Big Pimpin' video.
Woo.
Melissa Ford.
I got a funny facts about that video. That's Jay-Z and UGK, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why the most lit nigga in the video is Dame Dash? Diddy, remember she said that about Diddy, bro?
I don't know why. I don't.
Like the shit said that about Diddy. That's
all
the most lit nigga all in the video. Dame Dash the most lit nigga in that video.
He was the most lit nigga anywhere. Always in the video.
Popping the most champagne.
Yeah, he didn't even rap or nothing. He just there.
He was supporting. I ain't gonna lie.
You had a lot of Southern videos coming out in 2000, 2001. You had Shine by Big Timers Hot Boys.
Oh yeah.
You had Country Grammar. Welcome to Atlanta, So Fresh, So Clean. And then, like I said, you had that R&B.
So Fresh, So Clean videos. Or Bruce as the pastor.
Hell yeah. And it was all fresh as going to church.
Yeah.
That's when they had storyline.
Yeah, it was symbolism. That's when the videos had symbolism in it. Like, it was an Outkast video, so it wasn't just going to be, okay, we all just going to be fresh going to church. It was going to be like, this is the representation of something. Like, it wasn't just going to be just that. Mm-hmm. But then that was like a Southern thing, too. Like, then you had Break Your Neck by Busta Rhymes that came out.
Classic.
And then, like I was saying, it was another, that's when Ja Rule started coming out with his music with Ashanti or Lil Mo. Lil Mo and Ja Rule had a run.
They did.
They had a run. Like, they was just on, like, he was singing and he was harmonizing. She was singing, and every song they put out, every video they put out was a banger.
Because that first album he did was singing. His second album, but the first album when he kind of crossed over, Ashanti's not on there. There's Little Mo, then it's Christina Milian on Between Me and You. Mm-hmm. Then Ashanti comes in on that next album. But
and I'm going to close out 2001, 2002 with Grinding. I put Grinding on that list because the video was bullshit. The video was bullshit.
Bunch of niggas outside.
It was the song and it was different. Like the song that at that time. Okay.
Everybody, that was a lunch table.
Since 2002.
Lunch table, yeah.
Lunch tables have never been the same since that track dropped.
Since that Grinding beat.
That part.
Yeah. Never been the same. Dancing, all type of stuff. Like, it was just the impact that song particularly had. Like, so now we go down to the 2003. Like I said, like anything 50 Cent had a run.
In the club,
when he came hanging from that room
with no shirt on, he had all that motherfucking shit hooked up. It was a wrap. The world have not been the same since that video dropped.
Hip hop ain't been the same.
And hip hop ain't been the same.
New York ain't been the same.
The thing about 50 though, like I mentioned, is he had multiple songs at each time, and so he had 21 Questions, and then he closed it out with the P.I.P. video. And they only released
Money Mike and them.
Yeah, but they only released the remix. So they had like that's when G Unit got introduced. And now that changed everything too, because now he got a crew now. And now it's like, who are these people?
Yeah, Megan Good in the 21 Questions.
Yeah. And that was big too, because we seeing all these video girls that, they're just models, they're in the magazines. But Megan Good was like, she was a regular girl, quote unquote, for the women, and she had a natural body. And then she just was always, for the men, she just was always a crush. Like, oh snaps! Like, you see Megan Good, she kissing on 50 and shit. You like, wait, what's going on? It wasn't a video girl, overhyped video
That's
girl. It wasn't a girl with a super dumb, crazy booty or none of that. She was she was pretty, Megan Good. Like she was Megan Good. Megan Good. We've been watching her since Cousin Skeeter. We've been watching her since Cousin Skeeter.
Yep.
And now it's like, oh shit, Megan Good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so that just made everybody kind of like still love 50 even more. Like, that was cool. And then we had all of Ludacris's songs. All of Ludacris's videos were very like strategic, and they were very like
stand up.
Yeah, like stand up. You
Potion.
had the hanging off his chain.
Yep.
Like
number one spot.
He just
Pimping
always came
all over
out.
the world.
Yeah, he was in Africa. All them like hoes, area codes. Like
area codes at the airport. Him and Renee. That was horrible too.
And then that's it.
All right, yep. Pharaoh up with them events. It's about to get funny. I already know. Oh yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
Your phone died?
Yep.
That sucks.
Like a motherfucker. So what we're gonna talk about this segment will be the major events from 1994 to 2004. Started with 95, the Source Awards, Death Row versus Bad Boy, which definitely started the controversy of the East Coast, West Coast beef. So that was a huge moment in hip hop because it started off the beef. The Source Awards alone, was definitely the platform where artists was able to say what the hell they wanted to say with no bleep out. They ain't gonna cut it out. It was live.
That Source Awards right there was a lot going on. Cause you had Outkast went up to that same year.
Outkast.
Andre said the South got something to say. And the South has something to say.
And they for sure did have something to say. Because that nigga Andre,
they've been here ever since.
it's still putting in work. And now you got other artists from the South like 2 Chainz and
you know it's crazy.
And different artists.
The biggest artist from the South is Future, right?
Yep.
And Future comes from Outkast, Dungeon Family, and all that.
Yeah.
That's how iconic that shit is.
Yeah.
Andre said South still got something to say. 20 years later, the biggest artist from the South comes from their camp. That's Future.
Yeah, we move on to 96. We got the death of Pac.
Rest in peace, Pac, man. I know Juju got a lot to say. Go ahead and let Juju talk about Pac for a bit.
The death of Pac. How did that affect you?
I was
when it comes to hip-hop?
a lot of people don't believe me or whatever, but I was 6 going on 7 when he passed away. And I remember quite vividly, like, I really didn't feel like it was real because coming from a aspect to where you was watching him on TV a lot, and then you watching a news segment, breaking news, rapper Tupac died, he succumbed to his injuries because he got shot in like Vegas or whatever. Like you really, as a child, you be like, damn, okay, well I'm gonna wake up and it's gonna be different. And then like I just remember like my mom would tell y'all like my mom said I was crying for days. Like I was crying for days. Like when I first seen Tupac from that video, like I was serious as fuck. Like I was intrigued from that moment on. So when when you hear death as a child, you like, what? Like, what you mean? And I remember I was just so sad because A, I wasn't gonna hear no music. B, I wasn't gonna see no music videos from him.
I was just about to say that, like, because it impacts it because there's never gonna be another artist like Pac. You're never gonna hear no.
Just a music video. Like I was watching All About You this morning, and I'm just like, I don't even think he even really realized like.
The
that
impact,
video, people like we talking about that video, and that was just a bullshit video. He just filmed that. He just got a couple girls, got the kids. That was he had pictures from something else. Like that wasn't even supposed to be like how it is.
And
and that video was cool. It was a cool video.
At that time, that shit was dope as fuck. Like that was cool, but back then that shit was like that was a shit when it came out. Like
like
even
like
I ain't mad at you video when he got actually him getting shot in the video.
Like,
it was different, so that's why.
It feel some type of way. It just make you feel some type of way, and it just you never really understand.
That time's like my introduction to hip hop. Like I remember all that clearly. Like you hear it as a kid, but like I remember seeing how he won a video before school. Like in the first grade, seeing that video come out before school. Then like he died in September, right? We started school that summer, so like next you know, Pac's died. Like damn, I just
wait, what?
Damn, nigga, the rapper he just died, and continue on. You hearing Biggie hypnotized video. Biggie's died. I'm like, damn, like this is my introduction to hip hop. That era right there, like Tupac dying, Biggie dying, like
like
I'm learning all these rappers at this time.
A part of music died when they died.
Yeah.
You believe it or you can't, but it's just like a part of music died. Like legends, they arose from that, but at the same time, like a part of music died. Like, and it's hard to really explain it. Like when Tupac died, it was like I just remember crying. Like my mom was like, "Girl, what is wrong with you? You did not know him." I was a 6-year-old girl. Like oh my gosh, like I couldn't understand like my favorite person that I see on the TV. I didn't give a fuck about nobody else. All I saw was Tupac Shakur on the. He used to do interviews. I used to watch him all the time. Like, dang, like this is my definition of a black man. Like, and I was young. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on. Like, you know, and even like now, like you gotta have the same type of mindset. But it's something when Tupac died. Like, you can't compare it.
And then speaking of Biggie, Biggie's death will be number 97. Yeah, but it's still good because I feel he impacted New York definitely with his death.
Oh yeah, New York ride or die still to this day.
Yeah,
like, they don't speak up. Yeah, they don't speak on Tupac out there. They get mad when you speak upon his death. Like as you should though, keep it G real. But it's just like he's a legend. And
there's a reason why.
You need a permission slip first.
Nah, I'm gonna say some people gonna be mad when I say this too. But I'm gonna say it. New York niggas is mad because they love Tupac at first, and it wasn't no real East Coast beef. Like when Tupac got shot that first time, that shit had nothing to do with Biggie, and Pac knew that shit had nothing to do with Biggie. He knew he got set up by Jimmy Henchman. But what did you do after that? You flipped it on Biggie and it caused something. That's why New York niggas feel that way.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna leave it at that.
And that's what I said. They said Who Shot Ya was made before.
That's what they say to save face. But even if it was made before, why the fuck in this climate would you put that shit out? You put your own target on your own back.
That part. So it's like
you put your own target.
You still put it out after the fact.
And he said he don't give a fuck. So nigga, you put your own target on your back.
Yeah, that's like claiming the body that you
Was so when he got shot, was he in Brooklyn?
That didn't matter. I didn't mean it. What the fuck? You get the consequences, nigga. What the fuck?
Because I'm thinking of the lyrics of Who Shot Ya, and I'm trying to connect. The only thing that's connected it is the Who Shot Ya, really.
My thing is, no. If that nigga Pac felt some type of way when that shit came out, and where What's-Face had to put a disclaimer out, all that type of shit. Nigga, you knew what it was when you was putting that song out. And I don't give a fuck what nobody says. If you listen to them lyrics, that was going to Tupac. What are you talking about? I didn't say it was or wasn't. I said I'm trying to think of the lyrics. Right.
I feel like it was at the
and
Pac.
see.
I think he was going after Pac.
I feel like he was going after Pac.
What was his enemies for real?
How you describe the situation of they getting shot like sweat dribbling down your cheeks?
It's all.
They said that's what I'm saying. They said Pac was in that elevator sweating bricks.
Your heartbeat sound like concrete. It's like Sasquatch feet.
Stand by. We got the lyrics coming in.
That's the reason like a lot of them feel the type of way because they know what really happened. Like,
right.
They had nothing to do with them. That's Jimmy Henchman, and then you know that.
Well, now that we're on the topic of beefs, we're going to the 1999 infamous Jay-Z and Nas beef.
Ooh.
Well, me personally, I do feel Ether dog walked that nigga Jay-Z, but for the simple fact that Jay had power, it really didn't do as much damage as I do feel it would have done if he didn't have that much power.
I feel like it did damage because like
it did damage, but it would have done a lot more damage than Ether's really not talked about. Just as Juju brought up earlier, Ether's really not talked about.
But Jay retired after he did Blueprint 2, then retired. Like he didn't keep going. Like I feel like it forced him trying to push that retirement early.
He lost.
Spoiler alert. He lost.
He lost.
Spoiler alert.
Early retirement.
Yeah, that's if you compare.
He's not gonna retire. He's not gonna retire. And everybody's not hating on this new album. No, everybody's not. No, it's not. Are you saying it's just trash because you're gonna compare it to GNX, or it's really trash? That's a good album.
I've been seeing people say,
everybody been saying,
because everybody's dick riding, nigga. If you drop exactly, if you're a real Drake fan, that's organic real Drake, not all the rapping and shooting people and being on some gangster shit.
Drake, but that's not even the best version of seeing Drake.
I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake with the act tough.
Yeah.
I feel
He's a good. That's a good album.
Like, Take Care is my favorite Drake album. Because he's singing on there. Take a shot for me.
Wrote by my boy.
Wrote my dead body. Only on camera. Like all those songs.
Drake for the hoes, yeah, that's the actual Drake that people fuck with. But the past album, I haven't heard negative reviews on it. So since we're if we comparing Jay-Z and Nas beef to Kendrick's and Drake's, I would say Kendrick would be Nas in this situation. If Nas did the same thing, Nas would be doing the same shit Kendrick is doing right now. That nigga will be performing Ether. Ether will be one of the nigga. Ether will be one of the nigga main songs played on the radio. Nigga, the top 9, the whole shit, nigga. That I do feel.
Nigga say enough for the give me.
He said nah. He was like nah. Nigga. He was like nah. I ain't fucking with that. So we're gonna move on to 2000, which is Eminem's Rise and Controversy. So Eminem, yeah, I was a huge Eminem fan.
He started a lot of shit though. He was going after like Britney.
This is stirred up like white people shit.
Start shit-itis. If you hear me use that term, start shit-itis, and I use it very widely and vividly. I got that from M. He has a song called Start Shit-itis. Eddie had Start Shit-itis, beef with his mama. Yeah. Beef with one of the Backstreet Boys. Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, everybody in that motherfucker. So he came in. Yeah, definitely.
That was later though. That was later.
Was it later? Because it's 2000. Yeah, it was later.
It was during like Murder Inc. Unity.
Yeah, that was later. That was definitely later. So I say Eminem's coming to the music industry did actually impact it because it actually opened up the door for a lot of whites boys.
And a lot of people with that little
with the emo deep type rapping like
I want to kill my mom. I want to kill my dad. Nah, nigga, that wasn't no Ouija board rap because I was cutting that shit off too. That was Bone Thugs. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. That shit was scary. Y'all not supposed to be playing with spirits. Leave it alone.
What song is that?
Shit, the crossword. Bone Thugs is okay. Next.
Yeah, that's on a different dark podcast.
Tell me when
hip hop conspiracy.
And tell me when y'all filming that episode because I'm leaving.
that would be.
I don't want nothing involved with that. I don't want it on my spirit. I don't want it on my spirit.
All right, 2021. We got the takeover. Jay-Z versus Nas Escalates.
Oh, yep. They said that because 99 on Nas I Am album, he locally took shots at Jay on I think it's the second verse on a song called Come Get Me. Because they had like a white Lexus at that time. There's something about like I catch you in your white Lexus and whoop, like some shit like that. Then it was going back for the little jazz. And 2001, that's when that takeover came over. That's when Jay got direct with the diss. That's when the shots at Nas and Prodigy got the real direct with it. Shit. So that's what's kind of like
Then we moving on to ain't shit happened in 2002.
Yeah, it was a happy time.
It was
old boy.
It was a happy time.
It was
like I said, old boy.
Niggas were pink. Cameron old boy.
Yeah, it was a happy time. People were.
We talk about moments that shape hip hop culture.
Cameron wearing that pink shaped it all.
Yeah, he made a lot of work.
How did it shape the hip hop? It shaped the fashion culture.
Right, say that from my part.
Yeah, it ain't shape hip hop. It shaped fashion for sure. It let niggas wear pink, but it ain't like.
2003 is an epic year. We already know who came in.
Yeah, 2003 was the destruction year of 50 Cent. This nigga came in destroying shit.
He beefed with Ja, Fat Joe, Jadakiss.
He built G Unit.
Tore down
G Unit. Beef with G Unit.
Took that motherfucker out.
Young Buck.
Made Lloyd Banks disappear.
He said something when he was on the account. He said, "I got Uncle Merton getting all Banks money now." I'm like, damn. Fucked up.
But as far as that year 2003 where he did come out, Yeah, he did rock the music industry on that motherfucker. Not only in New York, he was known in the California and the West Coast district as well.
I think 50 was the first New York niggas California to fully accept it right away.
Yeah.
Because we always was questionable ever since Pocket Big, we was still questionable every New York
yeah.
Came out. Like, to grow on us. But 50 was a nigga we took right away.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, we fuck with 50.
Dre got you.
Yeah, you fuck with Dre. Yeah, we got you 50. Then we move on to 2004. You got Kanye West entering the game with the College Dropout.
Ooh, impactful, man.
Definitely impactful.
That's the
Kanye, that album dropping, he made artists like Common and Twilight Quality mainstream for me.
Yeah, like the Black Star type.
Yeah, them were they're on BT 106 Park.
Yeah,
like, we were hearing them on the radio. Like
he made like that conscious rap, like mainstream. So he bought it out just to be cool. Like it's okay to not talk about this. It's okay to not follow the trend. You could rap about this. Mm-hmm. You could be this. You can wear this. This nigga was wearing polo shit. Yeah. With the collar up with the backpack and the motherfucking and then we get with the fashion next with the goddamn was the glasses.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he had the with what's his name?
Then he had a shit with Jamie Foxx and Twister.
He had one with David Banner.
Like with the College Dropout, and at that time with the College Dropout, like that time period, that album was so iconic for hip hop lovers that's the reason why people still go hard for Kanye. Kanye is on some different shit, but from that very much so album, people be like, I can't let it go, Kanye. Like it's like this. He's in a different world right now, but it's like that album it impacted so much people. It impacted hip hop that people are still writing with him just because of that album.
So before we move on, one final question: out of all the big moments that shaped hip hop culture out of all those years, which one do you guys feel had the biggest impact on hip hop?
I'm talking about. So we gotta. I agree with Kay, but I feel like the beef impacted hip hop even more because it split the shit in two. Yeah, it split the shit in two. You could have been from fucking Virginia, and you had to pick a side.
So that means 90. So with you, that would mean the Source Awards beef.
Like 94, more like 94, 95, the whole beef, like 95, 96. Like
97, because that's what eventually killed him.
Like, I agree with her.
When they start saying them, when he came out with that hit 'em up shit, when Big dropped Who Shot You?
That was all 96.
And that nigga did hit him up. I feel like that's when it was.
Yeah, I don't know what came out first. Who Shot You or Hit 'em Up?
I think Hit 'em Up came out first.
No.
No, Who Shot You came out first. Who Shot You? No?
I think Who Shot You came out first.
Google it.
I heard it when he was in jail.
Somebody Google it real quick.
Yeah,
Pac heard it when he was in jail?
Who Shot You came out first.
Okay.
Because he didn't hit him up after he got the death row.
Okay.
Because Not on Eyes on Me.
And then after he got shot at the studio, he went to jail.
Yeah.
Because there was pictures of him when he was wrapped up and shit, and
Yeah.
That's he said when he got out of jail. Y'all niggas tried to kill me.
Yep.
Like, so. Oh, this is the Get Money.
Yep.
Yeah, that was after. Wasn't that his rebuttal to Big?
That was his rebuttal to Big. That was after. I was
going to say.
That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker.
The most craziest beef.
I agree with her with Tupac and Biggie died. I feel like after they died, it's like a new side of hip hop opened up. Like Tupac and Biggie died, we got Jay-Z and DMX, and we got the South after that. Yeah. Then I'll go after that I say Kanye, because when Kanye, like I said, opened the door for conscious rap was mainstream, then artists like Drake and Kendrick, J. Cole didn't have to be gangsters, they could be themselves. Like J. Cole couldn't come out in the 90s or early 2000s. Like, you would have been a victim of 50. Like, even Drake, you would have been a victim of somebody.
Now, I can tell you which event didn't impact on this list. Nobody give a goddamn about the takeover. Oh my god, he did definitely, but it wasn't no impact.
It was like on Friday. When I tell you about going there and mess with these people, boy.
But it definitely, I would say it wasn't an impact because Jay still is one of the biggest, and it really didn't impact neither one of their careers. But out of this whole list, like Biggie's death and Nas and Jay-Z's death, Jay-Z's.
lot of people talk about. I didn't even know he had that in him, but it made a lot of people like, damn, you can't go there with him.
Mm-hmm.
He does that kind of.
He's there, yeah. He's one of them.
He's one of them. Like,
so that wraps it up for that topic.
Get into that hip hop fashion.
Let's get into the fashion with K Millilils.
I was asleep when I was singing out.
Come on, Curly Sue.
Okay. Wake us up, cause
Give me that.
Here you go, Macy Gray. Someone once told me that grass is much greener.
All right, so we're gonna go over the fashion segment, something I actually talked about. And so with the 1900s,
that's probably how you
Young Buck,
right?
youngin. She said 1900s.
Like I was born in the 2000s.
She said ancient.
So, during that time, it kind of was like a big era of like the baggy shit and all that kind of stuff. Wait, before I tell y'all, what trends do y'all think of when y'all think of like we just gonna say the 2000s because I feel like that was the most impactful fashion era, like the like 90s and all that kind of stuff.
Like, yeah, urban wear.
Rockaware, Sean John, G-Unit.
These motherfuckers right
Air
here.
Force Ones.
No,
like,
for real. Big
the Air Force Ones,
like,
you know.
Like that, like throwback jersey.
Yeah. Babe.
Little band-aids on the
Nelly,
on the
jean shorts. Yeah, jean shorts.
It was just like, I just feel like fashion, it just all comes all in a whole century. Because if we seen it in the music video and we seen the rappers doing it, we was anywhere to try to figure out where we can get it at. That's why stores like Demo, what was the other one that was super expensive?
It was Demo and it was another one. They used to have a DJ in there. But it's like hip hop stores like that just sold specifically like urban wear. Yeah. It just was like, okay, cool. I seen, you know what I'm saying? I seen Nelly or 50 wearing this white beater. I gotta get where that shit is at. I gotta get it because that's what's popping. Or he had these type of shorts on or whatever the situation was. And then not only that, it was these brands were by the rappers. Like every rapper had a clothing brand. They have their own brand. And they was fly. So it was like, well, I listen to their music, I'm a fan, let me wear their outfits. Like it just everything that the rappers did, it just made an impact on the clothing because we were as the consumers was trying to be like them. Yeah. Like they had the whole song Air Force One. Air Force Ones were out forever. That was out forever. But then when Nelly came out with Air Force Ones, now we got the hip hop official shoe.
When you look down and see all Air Forces are Kiwi, you could get this color if you had a personal genie. That nigga was gassing on that shit.
He said, "Excuse me, miss, I only want to buy shoes." Like,
gassing on that shit. No, all right, so let's talk about. So let's go back like to the 94s and the 94 to 98 with the baggy jeans, Timberlands, Tommy Hilfiger.
But no. Think about it, like with that, that's how she said like New York influenced the hip hop. So Timberlands, all that shit.
Yeah. It depends on the area. We was wearing Chucks around that time. Yeah, yeah.
We only got
velour suits, throwback jerseys, bandanas, babe.
Right, just 8 minutes on shot.
So during that time, you had Rockaware, you had Baby Fat, you had fucking Mecca, you had
Apple Bottom,
Boost
with the fur.
And it's sad because now people wear that shit. It's like you're broke. Like why the fuck are you?
Fact.
You come in
I
here
ain't
with
gonna
a
lie.
baggy shirt, you like why are you putting your baggy?
You come in. If a nigga come in here with a velour Sean John suit,
red flag.
Red flag.
Get him the fuck out of here, B.
Still shopping at City Trends.
Get him the fuck out of here.
How do you even get your hands on that? Is it a hand-me-down? Is it like where did you get this from? Was it your older brother?
All right, so let's do red flags. Let's do red flags in fashion to wrap it up. We're gonna do red flags in hip hop fashion.
Ooh, what about Pharrell?
Big ass
hat he had on that time. That one was like.
I feel like
a little
too far, like
big ass pro class.
Oh no, wait! I said Marcus used to when he had the see-through suit on.
Hey, it's still skeptic to me day. Like I don't know. I think it depends on who
greenlit that.
Ain't nobody wearing no fucking see-through suits, bro. No Diddy. No Diddy.
I do the same thing. Like, what's wrong with this?
I don't understand.
See-through Nikes, red flag. Definitely, yeah.
Trash. Didn't go nowhere.
Hold on. The pants, hold on. Niggas used to have the pants with all the basketball teams on the motherfuckers. The patches on
when that shit was out,
red flag.
Shit was fly.
Red flag.
That shit was so fly.
Red flag.
If you had the outfit, if you had the jeans, okay, cool. But if you had the
red flag. No, I'm talking about the G's with all the patches on it, nigga. With the nigga, and it says Cavaliers or
the hardwood classic, that means that you had bread.
That's starter. If you had anything starter with the sports teams back then, yeah.
Something at Kmart. Kmart ain't even open no more.
Yeah, starters.
Starter didn't count just yet.
You got starter.
Yeah, only the wackest teams was sponsored.
No, because everybody had like the sports starters
and like
jackets.
I said, only the wackest teams.
Hell nah.
The Kings.
Was it just whack back then?
What about the U.S. Polo versus the Ralph Lauren?
Gotta be Ralph Lauren.
Yeah, if it ain't U.S. Assassin.
That ain't rough.
That ain't rough. It ain't rough. It ain't rough. It ain't rough.
That's like Team Jordans versus Retro Jordans.
Oh, I'm about to get on shoes.
Same type of shit.
Ooh.
Like US Polo's like wearing Team Jordan. And like that's the same type of shit I look at. Like
even that time they took like sports shoes and made them streetwear.